Hello there everybody, welcome back to a brand new summer transfer plan. Today we're going to be doing my other favourite club, FC Barcelona. If you haven't seen my Chelsea transfer plan so far, then make sure you go and check that video out. It will be on my channel somewhere. But today we're going to be doing the same sort of thing just with Barcelona. So again, there's going to be 4 categories. The first category is going to be the players that we really need to keep at all costs. The second category is going to be the players that are going to be open to offers. They may stay, but they may still go. And the third category is going to be the players that out you go, they have no use in the club anymore, they have to go this summer. And the fourth category is going to be not only new signings, but also potential signings. So let's get into this. Right then boys, so we're going to be starting off with Lionel Messi, probably the world's finest footballer ever. He's happy at Barcelona, he's recently signed a new contract in 2021, the Clasico hero, the best player of all time in my opinion. Please don't dislike or just go mental in the comment section, everyone has their own opinion of course. But yeah, he's obviously one of the best footballers of all time, if not the best, probably the best. Surely Barcelona have to keep him right now, of course. He's never going to go, is he? He's staying at the club. Next we've got Neymar. Basically, he's literally the subject of speculation every single summer, but I think we're going to be able to keep hold of him again. I think we are going to be able to. He's got like a really big contract with the club, so he's going to be able to stay for a long time. Same as Lionel Messi, and he's started to show this season certainly that when Messi goes, we definitely have someone who can just step in his place in Neymar. Now that we have Suarez, who is someone who is also incredibly influential with Barcelona's attack, as he doesn't just score a lot of the goals, he also gets a lot of assists. He's got the La Liga assist, I think, top assist of like 2 seasons in a row now. He's an incredible forward, and he's been absolutely superb once more this year. Next up, we've got Sergio Busquets. Now, he has had the best season, but I still think that he remains one of the most influential midfielders in the world. Without him, I mean, it's scary to see what we would do. He's fundamental for the Catalan club. No, I think other clubs may try to sign him, but I don't think any of them are really going to get that far, so Busquets is definitely going to be staying this summer, and if they think of letting him go, they'll have a rethink. And next I've got Andres Iniesta. Now the fact that he turned 33 early this year is a little bit worrying, and he is getting worse as a footballer despite having a wonderful career, but he's still happy at the club, and he's still got plenty to offer certainly. His ability to glide past like players and opposition is unmatchable. He's the best player in the world at it, I think, in midfield certainly. And surely he needs to be staying at Barca for a couple of years more. You've said that he's still not done yet. He's still got more to offer. The World Cup winner, one of the best players of all time, certainly. Everyone wants to see him win the Ballon d'Or. I don't think it's going to happen, but he has had a wonderful career, and we simply can't let him go. Now, next up, we got Gerard Piqué, who he's basically a captain without the armband. That's what I see him as, anyway. He's had a fantastic season again. I think he got in Team of the Year and Team of the Season. I think he's at 30 now, which is a little bit old, but for a centre back, that's all right. I think he's still one of the best in the world at his position. I think he's been superb for this year, and I think at times it's been him take at the back. I think he's been superb, and I really do not want him to leave. Next up, we got Samuel Umtiti, and he's one of Barca's only signings this summer who's actually done really, really well, and he's been considered an outright success, certainly. He's been superb. I mean, there's the statistics with him in the team compared to the statistics without him in the team are absolutely crazy. You can see just how good he is and influential he is. If Barca are thinking of letting him go, then there's something wrong with the board, because he's a fresh new centre-back, and a lot of clubs are going to be going in for him for sure, but surely he's very much part of the future of Barca's backline. I can't see him going in the next couple of years. He is one of the biggest and best young centre-backs in the world, I think, at the moment, and we're very lucky to have him, so let's keep hold of him, Titi. Next we've got Rakitic. I really want to keep him this summer. I think he could potentially do, especially if Verratti comes in, but I think he's still one of the most important players in the team. He's really good at tracking back. He has a great work rate considering when he signed him. He played as almost like a striker in behind backer in Sevilla's olden times. But we brought him back, and the times we played out at CDM just in front of the back line in Busquets' position, but he's recently signed a new contract with Barca. I know there's been interest from Manchester City because of how much Guardiola loves him, but I think he's still important for Barcelona, and we simply just have to keep hold of him. Next up, we got Sergio Roberto, the Marsella graduate, and of course, the hero of the PSG, La Remontada turnaround game. He is an absolute hero. He's done really well against strong rivals this year, I think, and I know that people have been giving him criticism, and I'm probably involved in this category, because I don't think he's that good in right back, but he's done a really good shift, and he's certainly one of the only La Masia players that we need to keep, because we still need to keep it strong. We don't need to get rid of that academy, and Sergio Roberto is certainly the most recent project that has come through as a success. If Barca are thinking of letting him go, then they're obviously crazy. I know they've just bought Semedo, so that might push him into a midfield role. I'd like to see him play there, certainly, because I think Vidal and Semedo can be used as our right backs, and then he can be used as centre mid, because I think he's still got quite a lot to offer going forward. Now to Stegen. He's the first choice goalkeeper since Bravo left, and he is basically becoming one of the world's best, I think. He did really well for Germany in the Confederations Cup. He still made a few silly mistakes at times, but I honestly think that he's really, really perfect for Barca. He's great with the ball at his feet. He's suitable for the club right now. He does really well to push up his defensive line. I think he conducts the play, and he's great at just shopping shots for it. I remember the Clasico is absolutely class. Ter Stegen is just brilliant. I really want to see him stay this summer. I was giving him so much criticism, especially earlier on in the year and his previous seasons. I hated him. This year, I think he's come to his own. He's been one of our best top 5 players this year, I think. Next up, we've got Jasper Sinnerson. I just don't think there's any real need to let him go. I don't think there's anything that will say, oh, you can't let him go, he's too OP. But yeah, he's not like that good, but he's just a good second goalkeeper. He hasn't complained. He did really well in the Copa del Rey final, and also just in the Copa del Rey tournament in January. I think in the semis against Atletico, he was also superb. I think he did well to save a penalty or something, or at least to get guessed the right way or something. But yeah, he's done really well against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey, and also other sides in there. And he's done well for us this year. I just don't think there's any need to let him go. So I want to see Sinnerson stay. Now, Luis Enrique has been very angry with Jordi Alba, but now that the new manager comes in, I hope that Jordi Alba gets back into the first team, because when Luis Enrique changed to the 3-4-3, I thought Alba would get straight back in, but he just didn't really. And it's all been a bit weird with Jordi Alba. I mean, he hasn't really found his spot in the team, last year. And whilst he still remains one of the best left backs in the world, because of his non-playing last year, I think he may go down to an 85, but I really don't want Barca to let Alba go, because I think he is still one of the best left backs in the world, and if they did, it'd just be really, really stupid. So I'm hoping Valverde has different ideas, and that he should definitely keep Jordi Alba. Next up, we've got Alex Vidal, and now he got a big injury last year in a game against Alaves, actually, in February, and that was basically putting him out for the rest of the season. I think he came back in the Copa del Rey final against Alaves, actually, coincidentally, but he was honestly becoming one of Barca's best players at the time, and then he got injured. I remember he got 3 assists in the same game. He got injured. He was really coming. It was a 6-0 victory against Alaves, who aren't even that bad. They came in the Copa del Rey final, for goodness sake. So he was doing really well for us, playing against a top quality team. He'd actually managed to knock Sergio Roberto at the starting lineup, and then he just got broken in half by Theo Hernandez, a new Real Madrid signing, who was really, really good at keeping ups. Yeah, basically, I'm not happy about the way he got injured, but still, he's done really well, and Valverde has recently come out and said that he's a big part of his plan, so I'm hoping that Vidal doesn't need to stay, and I think he actually will. Now, Denis Suarez is a man who we activated the buyback fee of in the previous summer, not this summer, but he's had little opportunity to do anything in the main team. He has shown a good piece of quality in some Copa del Rey games for sure. I know in the game against Bilbao, Real Sociedad actually, he was doing really well, combining nicely with Messi, etc., etc. The sort of things that Iniesta and Rakitic have recently been starting to do over the couple of years. So Denis Suarez is another Masia graduate who we need to keep in the side, because I think he's been absolutely superb. Now, Sergi Samper is literally the new Busquets, and why he was loaned out last year angered a lot of Barca fans. I remember he came on against Granada and everyone was cheering him. He's a big part of Barcelona, he's a fan's favourite, and what he can do is give Busquets a bit of resting time. So I think last year, Busquets was certainly struggling after playing just a few too many minutes. But with Sergi Samper in the team, he can definitely give Busquets a run for his money for sure. I don't think he's going to knock Busquets out the starting lineup, but I think he is going to be able to provide a backup for him, and that's going to be crucial for Barca next year. Now, my friends, we'll move on to the next section. That is the open to offers section, and we're going to be diving straight into it with Javier Mascherano. Now, he's still an important presence in the dressing room. His performances, however, have dramatically dropped this year. And yeah, if the right club comes in, then he may leave. But it does indeed appear that Valverde isn't really going to get rid of him. But I would certainly see him as a new option. He has signed a new contract recently, but personally I may be tempted to let him go and bring in someone fresh like Davinson Sanchez. But you know what, you never know, we'll see what he does. Valverde with him, he's definitely a 50-50 I think at the moment, Mascherano, but I think he's more likely to stay than go. But yeah, let's see what happens with that one. Now, Rafinha was being used a lot last season. We changed out 3-4-3 formation. I know we started in the PSG game, the 6-1 victory, but he hasn't really got a lot of game time since, and I think he could leave in the summer. There have been 30 million offers from the likes of Liverpool and AS Roma, so I think Barca should really start looking to accept one of them, because we've got too many centre midfielders, and he's one of them that I don't think really could break into the first team anytime soon. Next up, we've got Paco Alcácer. Now, the Spain striker was had actually been brought as a recruit from Valencia for 30 million last summer window, but there's absolutely no chance of him getting above Messi, Suarez and Neymar, or even doing well off the bench against them, as Morata has been known for Real Madrid. He's done much better for Barcelona. I mean, he's scored in the Copa del Rey final, he has been getting a few goals, but his place in the squad next year is certainly not guaranteed, and I don't think he really deserves one. Now, Munir El Haddadi is one of my favourite players of the club, actually, and he's in this section, not because I want him to be. I personally think that we should keep him because he can play right wing, left wing, and striker, which is really, really useful because we can just combine it on the front three, and it means we can basically use him as like the 2 position spots instead of going and splashing and catch another 30 million waste stupid striker. So I think we should just keep Munir, but I'm putting him in this section because I don't think we will. That means 50 million offers from the likes of Crystal Palace and West Ham, I think, and another club. I know Arsenal wanted him last summer. But yeah, we loaned him out last year, and he actually scored quite a few goals. He scored 2 against us, actually, which nearly fucked us up against Valencia, you know. But basically, boys, I really don't want him to go. I don't think we should let him go, certainly. I think we should keep him, but I think Barca are going to let him go, so he's in that section because I want to keep him, but Barca don't. So let's see what happens with that one. Now, next up we've got Andre Gomez, and he's certainly not a bad player, but his performances for Barca have been absolutely dreadful. Now, despite Luis Enrique having an obsession with him, I do not know why he has. He signed him. We've ended up paying about 70 million for him because of all the add-ons, because of how many games he's played. He's been a joke for most of the season. He's done well for Portugal, I know, whenever he plays for them. Whenever he plays for us, he's absolutely dreadful. I don't like Andre Gomez. I think we should just let him go this summer. He's definitely a player who I think we perhaps will keep because of his potential. I think Valverde is going to keep him, but honestly, his performances are not Barcelona worthy, and we probably should go. Now, Lucas Digne has started well enough, but has kind of disappeared from the first team picture at Camp Nou for the rest of the season, and he's definitely been the backup at best. He'll probably stay unless a big offer comes in, but he won't really be missed much if he does depart. Now, next up we've got Arda Turan, and things haven't really worked out for the Turk. He's done well this season when he's filled in for Neymar and like Messi and stuff, and especially in centre mid actually. But he's just been a little too silly. He gave away a crucial free kick in the Clásico at the Camp Nou when Sergio Ramos equalised. He's been injured too often. It may well be his time to move on. I know he's got a lot of goals off the bench, and he's got a few hat-tricks in like the Champions League and the Copa del Rey, and he is one of those players that Barca don't have a lot of, the Real Madrid do, that can actually come off the bench and make a difference. That's why I do like Turan, but I honestly think he's too old now, and if we're going to let him go in a couple of years' time, he's only going to be worth about 5 million. He may just go for free to like his hometown in Turkey. So yeah, I think we should just keep hold of him actually. Not what am I talking about? I think we should get rid of him actually. But Barca still may use him because of his options off the bench. But then we should get rid of him now for about 30 million to Arsenal and just see what happens with that. Now here we have the final section that includes Barcelona players and not transfer rumours. And this is going to be the section that is, pack your bags, you're absolutely off, my friends. We are going to get rid of you. I'm fed up of having them in the roster, basically, and they just shouldn't be there next year. We're starting off with Jeremy Matthew. He did well in his first season at Barca, but he's been absolutely dreadful. And when we started, we actually started playing against Juventus at left back, and then Luis Enrique took him off at half time. I don't know why he's been played so much, but he's absolutely awful and he has to go. I know he has gone to Sporting Lisbon now, so thank God for that, because he was an absolute joke there basically, and I wasn't really happy with how he was doing. Next we've got Thomas Vermaelen. He's back from his loan spell now. It's highly unlikely he's going to be able to stay at the Camp Nou next year, so thank God. Send him on a full to Roma. Now there's been rumours of him actually staying this year, but yeah, I think he has actually gone. Now the most unlike Vermaelen, Christian Tello is someone who's actually gone. Now he's gone to Betis permanently, he's been on loan at Fiorentina, and basically he's now officially gone to Real Betis. Thank God for that. There was no news of him at Barcelona. He started off really, really well, but he hasn't really improved the time he's been away. I think it's now time for Barca to let him go. And I think they have now let him go. Now, Douglas was always a strange signing. I remember in his presentation he was doing the classic Real Madrid player and not being able to do keepy-ups. He's nowhere near the first team. There's no point in keeping him at the Camp Nou. We've got far too many right-backs as it is now with the new signing of Semedo. So yeah, he has to go, my friends. He's a joke, really. And he's a bit funny to watch him play sometimes, but in reality, he simply has to leave. Now then, my friends, on to the final section, and that is not only the new signings, but also rumours of signings. Now we're going to start off here with Marlon Santos, and he was someone who Barca did actually have last year, but only on loan from another club. I can't actually remember the name of them, Fluminense. I think it might have been, but I'm not entirely sure about that, so don't quote me on that. But we had him last year. He did really well for us, actually stepping in in like a Champions League game against Celtic once, and he's actually I like him. He's actually a really decent centre back. He's young, he's fresh. I think he's strong in the air. He's a good tackler, and I really have enjoyed watching Marlon this season. So it's a good idea that Barca recently bought him back for like 3.5 million after his loan expired in the summer. it was like a few days ago actually that we brought him back. But yeah, next time we got David Fair. We activated his buyback clause of around £12 million, which I think is absolutely superb, considering if another club was buying, they probably would have paid about 30. So yeah, I think it's a good sign. We needed someone like David Fair back, someone who we can actually bring off the bench, and he will actually do a lot for the club. So I'm really excited about David Fair, and I'm actually very, very happy that he's been brought back. Now next up, my favourite signing of the summer so far, Nelson Semedo, who's got all of the right qualities to be a Barca player. He's rapid, he's good at passing and crossing, he's a good dribbler, he's good at tracking back. He's not that bad at defending, which for a Barca player is always a positive, of course. He's not too weak either. He's got a lot of strength about him, certainly. He's a bit of a brute animal, and he's really, really good at defending, actually, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Semedo play next year. He's been absolutely superb for Benfica this year, I know. He got a Team of the Season card and plenty of informs. He's done well for Portugal at the Confederations Cup, and they actually call him Nelsinho sometimes. So yeah, Nelsinho, welcome to Barca. Next up, we got someone who hasn't actually signed yet, but it's Davinson Sanchez. There's been plenty of rumours of him signing, but they've kind of just died off recently. But look what his card may look like next year. And they've got a Team of the Season card, which looks absolutely incredible. But that is a really sick card. Now, he's one of the most upcoming and promising centre-halves that there is, and he did superbly against Manchester United in the Europa League final. Barca, they haven't really gone in for him a lot recently, but I think they should. So Davinson Sanchez, please come to Barcelona, but at the moment it's not looking that likely. Now, Verratti has been someone who has been going on and on and on and on, like the whole fucking time. I don't even know if he's coming or not. He's just here and there, and people are saying, oh, he's coming, and the next day PSG have kept hold of him, the next day he's refusing to train with them, and then the next day he's like having dinner with them, and I don't like it. It's everywhere at the moment. I don't know if Barca are going to wrap it up, but he probably will go up to like an 87 rated card next year. It would look absolutely sick, that's for sure. What a player he would be at Barca. Literally the perfect replacement for Xavi. He is superb, especially when he played against us in the Champions League. Verratti would be an absolutely huge signing. And I'm going to be on to my final player who I really want at Barca, Dembele. Now this transfer, has kind of died down a little bit, but hopefully Barca can revamp it. Don't let go of this signing, because it will be absolutely insane to get Dembele in, that's for sure. He'd have some great stats on him. He'd go up to like 83 rated after all the informs and Team of the Season cards and Man of the Matches and whatnot that he's had. Look at some of the stats that would be on it, around 83 rated, I think. Maybe a little lower than that though, just because they don't want to go too mental on. But if he moves to Barca, what a signing it would be. I don't really care how much they buy him for, 90 million, sure. I don't care what people say, because he'd be absolutely sick in the future, that's for sure. And in a couple of years' time, if he's not doing well, we'll probably also ship him on for about 150. So yeah, all in all, it'd be a profitable transfer. Goodness me. Yeah. Dembele, please join Barca. But that's what this video is going to have to come to an end. Please do drop a like on it if you do indeed enjoy these summer transfer plans. It has been another one. They take an absolute eternity to make, so it really does. I really do appreciate when you guys doing these show support. You showed massive support on the Chelsea one, so massive thank you for that. If we can hit 7 likes again as we did on the Chelsea one, that would be absolutely superb. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, for now, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, peace out.